Hey, what's up? Let's start with the thing a lot of players will instantly try to get their hands on. The Cryo Archive. This new endgame map is where the patch hides most of its new toys. 3 implant perks and 3 weapon mods that can only be looted from runs into the archive. The implant perks are designed to change how you approach high-risk moments. Covert Recovery turns smoke into a much more forgiving zone for self-repairs and consumable use. Freeloader rewards risky melee knife finishes with small bursts of tactical and prime energy, and Panic Response gives a burst of cardio kick effects when you're at low health and pop a consumable. Each of these perks invites different playstyles. Stealthy players who lean on smoke will love Covert Recovery. Aggressive knifers will smile at Freeloader. And Panic Response is basically an oh no lifesaver that can swing clutch fights. On the weapon side, there are 3 Cryo Archive exclusive mods: Punishment, Testament, and Hurricane. Punishment is tailored to high damage against a certain combatant class. It's got that redacted tag vibe. Testament massively buffs range and aim assist after brief ADS, and Hurricane dramatically improves stability while airborne and cuts down accuracy penalties. Together, these mods let you tailor guns for very specific engagements. If you're running a map with lots of verticality, Hurricane becomes a must-have. Testament will turn mid-range engagements into lasers, and Punishment is the kind of mod you slap on a specialty build to wreck a certain type of foe. All of this fundamentally nudges the meta toward more targeted loadout choices rather than one-size-fits-all guns. Beyond loot, there are some combat and interaction tweaks that matter more than they first appear. You can now activate exfil beacons while downed, which is a wild one. It changes what downed looks like as a strategic state because it gives a non-zero chance for a team to still salvage a run even after heavy losses. The camera shake from incoming melee and knife attacks has been decreased, which will make melee heavy fights feel less janky and more readable. And the spectator camera timeout after runs has been increased from 30 seconds to 120 seconds, which is a nice touch for creators and anyone who likes to watch the aftermath. Several tricky edge case bugs were fixed too. Finishers won't immediately redown you if they happen as you're completing a self-revive. Revive timer lockout shader oddities were patched, and a few desyncy ability activation issues were addressed. These fixes are the kind of tidy maintenance that actually improves overall match quality. Runners got a handful of runner-specific fixes and adjustments. Assassin smoke visuals now properly reflect shell styles when activating Shadow Dive. Thief's pickpocket drone behavior was tightened so it can't steal while someone is exfilling. High-speed grapples have been stabilized to reduce net issues, and Triage's battery overcharge works correctly even when you're near max heat. Rook lost its runner level requirement, meaning it's available right away at runner level 0, which is a pretty notable accessibility change for players experimenting with different kits. There were also several implant fixes. Graceful Landing V5 got some corrections so it won't trigger improperly, and scales detonation damage properly for long falls. All of these are small in isolation, but collectively they smooth out a lot of previously frustrating edge cases. Contracts, events, and the world itself got attention too. Contract waypoints are visually clearer now. Certain 2-person datapad mechanics were fixed, so both crew members must bring both items to the cache to reveal loot, and a few problematic encounters like UESC dropships clipping through geometry or decon not showing up on the overhead map have been resolved. The Outpost and Dire Marsh got targeted fixes, so encounters spawn and engage correctly, which reduces those "wait, why did I die" to a ship moments. The patch is taking a conservative approach. Fix the weird little holes in the map, don't rewrite encounters wholesale. The UI and experience received a long list of love taps. Achievements that were glitched now unlocked properly. Armory tooltips show purchase costs more prominently. The Codex picked up new ranked and Cryo Archive challenges, plus several fixes to challenge tracking and reward claiming, and the in-run revive prompt is now more legible. There are quality of life additions to the lobby and loadout screens, shortcuts for opening loadout menus and smarter missing equipment warnings, and the vault got inventory improvements like larger stack sizes for consumables and easier filtering for keys and backpacks. Voice chat also saw helpful additions, including new push-to-talk behavior and fixes for interruptions that had been plaguing crews. These aren't flashy, but they're the kind of changes that stop small annoyances from snowballing into big frustrations. On the audio and balance front, UESC spawn audio now reliably plays. The distance you can hear other players in combat was lowered to make local fights feel more isolated and tactical, and a few weapon-specific adjustments. Recoil tweaks, damage fall-off, redistribution, aim assist changes were applied to normalize some outlier behaviors. Mod interactions like suppressor effects were streamlined. Some previous visual scramble effects were removed to keep feedback clear and consistent. Finally, Cryo Archive itself has officially been added to the game as the new endgame destination that a lot of players will be hunting for thanks to its exclusive loot.